What's up, Dragon Brood? We are doing more decks for Standard 2022, and today I realized something. I'd done, I think, an Orzhov list for Venture, and I think I'd done a Bant list, which was actually pretty good, but I hadn't done an Abzan list, and I was going through my deck list and realized I still had a deck there, so why not play that today? So we're going to take a look at Abzan Venture in Standard 2022. Alright, so after seeing the other deck list, I don't think you're going to see too much of a surprise in what appears here in this list. But, you know, it's just a kind of a different configuration that makes the deck play a little bit differently, so we're going to see how it works out. We do have 3 Blood Chief's Thirst, because we got to have some type of cheap removal. Shambling Gas for 4. And the importance of the Shambling Gas here is that you do have a little bit of trouble getting some of your colors, so you often are going to want to just get Treasure with this to allow the rest of the deck to flow, or even set you up where you can kind of on an early turn play 2 spells at a time. Humiliate we also like because there's a lot of control decks floating around Standard 2022, so it can let you get rid of like one of, say, you know, Shadow's Verdict or a Blood on the Snow, or maybe even a Planeswalker on a key turn. This is going to be really good for that. It's also good because if you put a +1/+1 counter on your Triumphant Adventurer, you now get to kill 2 things with Death Touch and First Strike, so your opponent has to triple block to kill it and let you take out more things. So big fans of that. Playing 2 Vanishing Verse because this is just a decent removal card. Doesn't really get everything, but it gets a lot of things. So we're going to go ahead and leave 2 of those in there and play 3 Nadar, Selfless Paladin. Nadar is pretty good because when he comes into play and when he attacks, you actually get to Venture. And eventually get to give everything +1/+1, which isn't irrelevant. A lot of times, especially if you're doing the first adventure, the Tomb of Annihilation, I think it is, you actually get the opportunity to get a 5/5 because you'll finish the dungeon. It's going to give all your stuff +1/+1. The 4/4 comes in as a 5/5, and that's actually pretty big. We are playing a couple of copies of Aetherhub, the Archlich. This might be the weakest card in the deck, but I want to find out over the next few games we play just to see how powerful or important it is to the list. Then we have Precipitous Drop. This is one I could probably give or take as well. It's a pretty good removal card, and honestly it probably shines the most against stuff like Mono Green or whatever. Being able to give something -5/-5 is great. In some weird combinations, it can kill some things that otherwise couldn't be killed easily. You know, stuff with Indestructible or something like that. But realistically, you're mostly playing this because you get to Venture and maybe pick off some small creatures. It's unfortunate it costs 3 to do the -2/-2, but sometimes that's good enough. Then we have Varus, Silvermoon Ranger. Varus, it's actually a little tough. I almost wish Varus would Venture when it came into play as well, but it does let you Venture anytime you cast a creature or a Planeswalker, but it only can do it once each turn. However, whenever you complete a dungeon, you do get a 2/2 Wolf, and that's a thing. The other thing to remember about Varus, it does have Reach, which is important because there's a lot of dragons. There's also eye twitches and spirit tokens and all kinds of other things. So that is going to come into play. And he does have a Ward 1, which makes it a little bit harder for people to remove it, or at least taxes their mana to keep them from doing something else in addition to removing it on that turn. 2 Baleful Mastery. This is kind of like, it's either going to be Baleful Mastery or it's going to be Soul Shatter, but you're going to need to be able to get rid of stuff like comas and whatnot, and this is just one of the best cards to be able to do something like that. Also let you get rid of Planeswalkers and other things at instant speed during the opponent's end step, regardless of what else they have out on the table. So, you know, in a pinch, you can give opponent a card, do all that, but it's not bad. So we're going to go ahead and play it. Then we're playing 2 Eliwick Tumblestrom. Eliwick just venture, you know, then pump your team. That's kind of what you're hoping to do. But in a pinch, it does let you search your library, the top 6 cards, and we do have several legendary creatures. We got Nagdar, Acereric, Varus, and also Borrowin here as the next card. So we have a fair amount of cards we can find with Eliwick, but who knows? Borrowin enters battlefield, you get to Venture. Whenever he attacks, you get to return a creature for mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is actually a really good card after your opponent does something like a Blood on the Snow or whatever, because then you can play this, you can Venture, you attack, you get an Nadar back usually, you know, and then kind of start the train rolling again. Would be really big if you had an Acereric in the graveyard, then you get Acereric back, because then Acereric attacks and starts making zombies, and then that's a thing. So lots of interesting stuff you can do with this. However, it does cost 4 for a 3/3, so I don't know how many we want to play. So I'm just rocking 2 right now. Then we have Binding of the Old Gods. This is just a good all-around removal. If you've been playing Standard, you know what the card does. And then Loth as well. If you've been playing Standard 2022 all season, Loth has proven her worth so often. So many people wanted to naysay Loth when it came out. And kind of like after the first week of playing Standard 2022, I was like, nah, this card's good. I mean, anybody saying this card's not good, you haven't played with it enough. But the card is really good. But yeah, we're playing a couple of these just because, it makes blockers. The blockers have Menace, which a lot of times we can get the opponent low enough that just any nickel and dime damage is good, but also lets us draw cards. And we'll just see how that plays out. Lands, we're going with 2 plains, 3 swamp, 3 forest, 4 each of the pathways, and 4 woodland chasm. I don't love the woodland chasms, however, I'm willing to concede to the fact that they are necessary in the deck because we need to be able to get double green for some things, and that's the real issue there. I'm not sure. I may have played a game on the upcoming videos. I'm not really sure without these for one, and then they were there probably, I think, for all the other games. But regardless, either way, that's what we're rocking and rolling with. As always, do not forget we are going to play the games. We'll talk about what we would update or change, and then we'll have a card spotlight for you. We'll keep this hand. I'm not too attached to it. Hey, Sean, thanks for the like. We're just going to go ahead and run with this. Don't know if it's going to be any good. Good thing we drew an Adar, because I want to do this. Let's see what the opponent's got. Oh, so it's like that. That kind of sucks, but I think I need to gamble and get rid of this. Just so Nagadar can stick. That's because it's really the only thing we've got. So we're going to play it and pray that they don't draw like a Dragon's Fire. If they do, the game's probably over. Okay, we're just going to go the quick, short, and dirty here. And see what we can do. Now I kind of want to draw another white source. That does not help us. That does not help us at all. Alright, well. Discard a card, sacrifice creature. We're not doing all that, so. Here you go. I'm going to decline. Though I feel like I should probably discard this, because we're not going to cast it anytime soon. Opponent doesn't have blue mana either. So they can't really cast their Prismari command. I hope you get something to deal with our Triumphant Avenger. No. They will once they have a dragon next turn, though. So let's get in there. Well, I guess we really can't, though. Because we're just trading Nadar for the land. It's probably still worth it. I'm in. I'm about it. Because if they block the other thing, it's just dies to death touch, so we don't really care. For lose life, unless to sacrifice a land, a creature, or an artifact. Sure. Do we want to sacrifice anything? Nah, we'll decline. Make a big duder. Alright, opponent, do what you will. Yep, seems good. And then we're just going to play this boy. Alright. That's lethal. Not sure what your plans are. I guess you're blocking with the... Yeah, I was going to say, that's not going to do a whole lot. Alright, we'll keep. This is okay. I don't mind this. We might get to Vanishing Verse something early, and then maybe get to use this if we could find some mana. Oh, it's going to be like that. How do I want to spin these cards? I probably should put that on black. Played the branch off pathway on white, actually. I think I'm going to do this. Because the opponent's deck is a ramp deck. That's the only deck that plays that. It's Simic Ramp trying to get to big giants and epiphanies. So I figure if we just slow the opponent down here, we can kind of sort of slowly get what we wanted. Gonna need to be able to play Varus at some point, so sadly I gotta do that. And this is just gonna be keeping the opponent from doing anything. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the first one. Just keep the pressure up as best we can here. Field trip, alright. We get to stick a Varus. I'm not sure it's gonna do us much good, but we will have it. And of course, we drew more green mana. I mean, the cool part is we could cast Esoteric and get 2 triggers to venture, so that's kind of sweet. Well, I kind of want to use this. So yeah, let's do that. I mean, I'm really just trying to slow the opponent down as much as we can here. Probably not going to do much good, but we got to try. Yep. That's the sad part. Now it's just land, play your big thing. Now we got, double, they had all of it. Never mind. We never had a chance with this slow hand. Yeah, we were running low from the get-go, as they say. Man, if I would have put this on black, this hand would have been so much better. I kind of want to save this. So yeah, let's do this. Use all our mana, because we're only going to play 1 spell anyway this turn. I think we're still dead, though, because we're going to take 7 here, going to 4. Oh, well, now, of course, we're dead. And we do nothing to help ourselves either. All right, we're dead. This is not great, not bad, so we'll keep it. Maybe we'll find something early to play here. Finding our little 1/1 adventurer would be nice. Any chance that's a thing? No, it is not. Okay, then. Yep. Alright, creature number 1 that's gonna die. Just walk him to his death. Though he is a dragon, so he actually can't be hit by a power word kill, which is kind of amusing. Opponent can sacrifice a creature at this step. I feel like this game's gonna go long, but I'm gonna keep trying this with the Tomb of Annihilation. Alright, Deadly Dispute. Sounds good. Alright, well, it's gonna be a dead Nadar. Assuming it's like land, gas, necrotic fumes. Or eye twitch. Same difference. The end result is the same. Unless they don't want to get rid of it and want to block with it. Which is also possible, but I think they want to get rid of this. Well, they don't. Huh. Well, that didn't help us anyway. Maybe I should have done the one where I can make treasure. Okay. Blocking? Sure. All right, makes sense. We have nothing useful to play here. I mean, I guess we could actually just get rid of the eye twitch because we're not doing much else with this. I mean, they could just play a Loth next turn, then we try to get rid of Loth, I guess. Sure. Man, even with 24, we have not drawn mana well with this deck so far today. Very disappointing. Ooh, a Goldspan Dragon. Okay, well, that's a thing. Guess I'm lucky I left the mana open after all. Not for the purposes I was intending, but it'll do, I guess. Oh, no. That's the worst. Alright. Just to try to get some damage in. Ugh. Even just having this to try to destroy a treasure would have been fine. I might have actually gone for that. That would have almost been reasonable. Just because I could have searched another land to set up Loth. And it would have kept us from getting hit with the dragon here. Okay, no more dragons, so that's good. At least temporarily. Still could be land necrotic fumes, though. Not a red land, though. They needed it to be a black land. Okay. This, of course, comes in tapped. Why wouldn't it? Yeah, sure. Okay, good news is they don't have anything great in the yard to get back if they decide to blood on the snow, which is likely about to happen here. Because I would. Yep, there's the blood on the snow. Get back one of them duders. Sounds good. Oh, gosh. I just wanted a land. I just wanted a land so badly. So very badly. Alright, well. How do we survive this? I mean, I don't know if drawing a card is even going to get us there. Alright. I'm going to go with the long route. See if that does anything for us. Alright, Redain. I'm assuming sack Redain to kill our Borrowing. No, a gelatinous cube. Ew. Ew. Now, the plus side is, though, I can kill a gelatinous cube, and then I can get that Borrowing back. So that's kind of nice. Not really my original intent in any way, shape, or form, but meh. I mean, if I'm not going to have the mana, we will scry. I mean, sure, I guess. Like, if it's got to be land, it sucks it's tapped, but I mean, if it's what we got. All right, Borrowing's gonna go away finally. Yep. Good news is the opponent's hand's getting a little light here. We are only at 14 though, and we're about to take 5, so that is a real issue. Oh, I forgot. We're gonna draw and then we're gonna search anyway. Never mind. So I guess we'll go ahead and play this. Create a treasure. Target creature can't attack until your next turn. I think I'll create a treasure. And then I'm tempted to just destroy the Collate now. What are the next levels? So we scry. Then we exile the top 2 cards in our library. I get to play them, or I can create 2 skeletons. I'm probably going to end up making the skeletons, I think. This is tough. I just don't want the opponent to have anything easy to sacrifice to, like, Deadly Dispute or anything like that. The good news is we did exile the dragon, so we're not worried about a dragon coming back. And I'm totally willing to block here on this land. There's no need to go to 5. Knowing they have haste dragons or possibly other things up top that could be problematic. Alright. Okay. Finally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. That works for us. So this whenever we cast a creature or a planeswalker. Alright, so let's do this first. Then we'll cast this. We will scry. This can go on the bottom. I might keep a Baleful Mastery, though. I'm not opposed to that. And then we'll put 2 Duders into play.
Envy the strong.
Alright.
And I, the generous one.
And we have just enough life that we can toy around and draw some cards or whatever if necessary. Alright, Blood on the Snow to get something back here. Gelatinous Cube. Fortunately, we can kill a Gelatinous Cube. Oh, they'd actually have... Yeah, it has a Ward 1. Fair. Do I want to use this? Yeah, let's just use this now. Attack for 1? With one of those? Attack for 2, I mean, with one of them. Gonna leave the other ones back, because I may or may not block with the Varus. But if they drew a removal card for Varus, I'd have to block with something. I guess I don't have to. I could go to 1, but I'd rather not. Opponent's got 2 live cards, though, it looks like. Trying to figure out what to do with them. Need to draw some of our Planeswalkers or something here would be great. I hate we're going to have to give them a card, but it's the... Actually, do we? Do we have to give them a card? I mean, we can block. Nope, I think I'm going to give them a card. Alternate cost. Alright. A little risky, mind you. I'm aware of the situation, but... looks like they can still cast something here. Alright, so 1 was a land. That's really good news. Okay. You have reach. You got that. I guess we do this. I mean, because if we can find a Humiliate... it was not a Humiliate. Oh, we tapped our white, man. Oh, it's all we had is the 1 white. Oh, no. No, that sucks. What the hell? Oh, we can't cast it. So just, yeah, I have to just decline. All right, I see what's up. Yeah. Okay, that's just unfortunate. I'm going to attack, and we're going to play it safe. Probably a little too safe, but we're going to play it safe. Man, what are the odds? I should have made one of these a green-white land. Oh, no. It's totally not what we wanted to see here. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. Oh, that helps, though. That helps. Okay. Well. What's the next level in this? I get to Scry 3. Or, no, it's just Scry 3. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attack with 1 token and this on Loth. Because we're not getting through to the opponent. Just so we get the trigger. If they double block to kill it, we're not going to care. Ooh, well, we don't really want that. Don't really want that. That could work, so we'll leave that up top. All right. I was going to say, how do you want to block these, opponent? It's up to you. Okay. So the best part about that is we didn't even have to give up our Baleful Mastery. We got the best possible situation out of that attack. And we got the creatures out of the way. Like, that's the best. That's the best situation, period. It's so good. All right, I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah. Ugh. Man, this is like mulliganing to 4 here, or 5, effectively. I'm going to keep it. This is a bad keep, though. I'm just putting that out there. This is another case of do as I say, not as I do. You want to mulligan this. Because there's no real situation where... Okay, because I was going to say, that could have just as well been a Shambling Ghast, and then these would have just been dead. We're going to play the same matchup again. It may just be worth conceding, honestly. But let's see what the opponent's got ahead of us. Alright, take our 1. Opponent has nothing. Okay, well. We'll move in. I'm sadly going to have to choose the one that I think makes a treasure, so I think this one. Yes, we will take that land. Absolutely. Just going to do what we can here. Actually, I may not even... Oh, green mana. That's not what I expected to see here. They're probably about to say the same thing when they see us play this. Wow. I don't know what to do here. I actually want to cast Humiliate and get some damage in before I cast Nadar. Because I have a feeling they've got Blood on the Snow. And I'd like to get that out of the way if possible. They'll probably kill one of our adventurers here. Nope, Deadly Dispute. Awesome. You're going to let us look at more cards. Love it. Alright, so they're already going to have 5 mana. There is a Blood on the Snow. Oh, there's a Culling Ritual. This was like the deck I built the other day. Like, they're playing my own deck against me. This is going to suck. Because they're going to Culling Ritual, then Acquisitions Expert. Next turn. Gross. Really not much we can do. Alright, just get our damage in. Get our triggers here. Create a treasure. And they lose a life. Yeah, this is going to be rough here. Missing lands to have to go this way is pretty tough. I mean, we could Eliwick. I don't know how much that saves us, though. Interesting. I thought the opponent might actually go for Tergrid here first. And then maybe roll that out. Because if they'd have Tergrid first, this would have been huge. Though I would have probably just discarded Nassareric. So they don't actually get to have that. Alright. So we know they don't have a Blood on the Snow anymore. We do know that they have a Culling Ritual. Yeah, I guess we just attack. Draw a card. Trying to figure out how much longer I think this game's gonna go, or how heavy the discard is that they're going. I think I'm just gonna roll here. And just kind of say like, hey, let's do the thing. All right, so the opponent may be looking at, if they Culling Ritual here, they'll still end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. They would still be able to play Tergrid afterwards. So then the question becomes, what can we do to protect ourselves a little bit from the Tergrid? Because we could play Eliwick and Shambling Ghast here, or I could play Varus plus Shambling Ghast, then get a treasure. So then I could just play... Actually, though, I could just play Aetherhub. That wouldn't be awful either. Then we start making zombies. Because Aetherhub wouldn't die. And Aetherhub could go toe-to-toe with Tergrid. Oh, man, this is tough. What do we do here? What do we do here? I gotta play one of these three, though. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this. And... I'm just gonna decline. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have just played Nadar, because that would have been 2 more triggers. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I was thinking Acereric as if you completed a dungeon, but it specifically completed the first dungeon. Alright. So yeah, I would have been better off playing Varus and Shambling Ghast there. Oh, so they're not doing that. What? Oh, because we have to sacrifice all these things? Is that how that reads? No, that destroys. Alright, so we sacrifice a creature? Sure. You can have my little one. I have no qualms about that. Feel free, opponent. Let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, see, I could have had a Shambling Ghast out. Every choice I made last turn was wrong. I think I am just going to use my mana here. Decline, we'll go to 12. And then we'll get another wolfy guy. We'll attack. I mean, I just got to drain the opponent, I guess, as best we can here. See if we can win this race. I mean, we're going to lose these if they go ahead and just play a ritual, but like, what are we going to do about it? Yep. So they have 6 mana. If you play a land? Okay. So they don't have enough to do both. That's good. What's the other card then? Another sacrifice thing? If so, we could be in a lot of trouble. I should have thought about that. Tried to get the Shambling Gas down. Ooh, Baleful Mastery. Nice. Are we getting a card? Oh, they had extra mana. Nope, we don't get a card. So sad. Alright, we go to 7. Ooh, we're a mana short. We're a mana short. That sucks. That sucks a lot. I mean, we could do this and this. And that would venture. An opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card. We know they're going to go get to search for something here. Probably another Mascot Exhibition or a way to get a land. But they are only at 5. If we Eliwick and then have them lose another 2, we'd be dangerously 2, so we'd be going to 5. Actually, we'd go to 3. I'd have to discard Lolth, actually. Though if we just Acereric, they have to come up with 2 removal cards there. Alright. Just because it's so tight, I don't want to take that risk. Oh, I forgot. They were going to get the creature that I gave them. Oh, that was just my mistake. That was definitely a for real oops. However, I think we might still be okay.
Even if we fight, I hope we can still be friends.
And then Venture.
Oh, I hope we discover
Players loses 2. Decline. We'll make a 5/5 when we... oh no, that's next turn. Yeah, I totally wasn't thinking. I should just went to 5. Oh, they sacked a land. Ooh, interesting. We can... oh, wait a minute. Each player loses a life. Yeah, they're going to go to 5. So that plan doesn't work anymore. We can double block Tergrid. That's kind of a thing. Oh, no! Oh, that sucks so much. I guess the only good news is if they put Acereric in play, it'd go back to my hand, so they're not going to do that. Oh, that sucked. That sucked a lot. I mean, if they attack, we got to double block. We know what's in their hand, so... eh. Though they're also kind of in a weird spot, because if they don't attack, we get to attack and trigger Nadar again, plus Eliwick, so it's also kind of weird. And we can search with Eliwick to gain life, possibly, if we find another legend, which we do have several legends in the deck. So that's a thing. Man, I goofballed, and this is a tight finish. Whoa! Oh, that's such a big hit. That is a big hit. Can we kill the opponent? That is the new question. Oh my gosh, what do I do with Eliwick here? Because we're going to make a 4/4. Oh my gosh, this is so big. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Crap. I wasn't even thinking about drawing this card. This is so big here. We can... oh gosh. What do I do? I'm trying to think, like, what can I search for even that matters? It's legendary. I guess this is what we do.
There are so many things to see.
And then We attack with our 2 dudes. All right, this is a gamble here, but I think this is what I'm doing. Eggs in a basket. Surprised they didn't split their blocks or something here. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get rid of Tergrid. So we get to preserve our creatures, put the opponent down to 2, and I think that's going to do it for us. Because now we can venture no matter what. We can block to be safe here, go to 2. We can... Well, either person can sacrifice something, so it's not over yet. Not over yet. But this does put pressure on... They can't just cast Mascot Exhibition, though. I mean, we have to double block, go to 2. I mean, if you have a way to deal 2 to us, we die. All right, you get more duders.
Do what I demand.
Okay, do we have anything that can deal 2? I don't believe we do. That definitely is not going to cut it. I don't have a way to make them discard a card before doing this. Man, if that would have been a humiliate, we still could have won. We could have made them discard. Well, no, we would have just died, though. It would have been a draw, which is kind of funny. Now the question is, can we stay alive? Dun, 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 dun. This is legendary, so doing this again doesn't do anything. Alright, I guess this is all we can really do. Oh, and there was nothing there. Oh, so sad. So sad.
Making new friends.
GG's. Man, that sucks. That scenario was not going to do anything for us. We'll keep this. I'm going to go with this first. Dun, 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 dun. Let's hope they don't have a removal card. Okay, we survived turn 1. Let's see if this gets hit with like a Dragon's Fire or some such, because that's very possible. Pretty sure it's what's about to happen. No, no Dragon's Fire. What? Okay, sure. I don't know what type of blue-red deck this is. If it's the, like, mill deck, but they didn't... Well, I guess this is what we do. Let them go ahead and Jurari's Disruption this. And then we'll try to cast Eliwick next turn. Oh, just a Magma Opus. It wasn't even that. Wow. Okay, then. Sure. I'm going to decline. Okay. That went way better than expected. Galazeth. We can kill a Galazeth. Which we probably really want to kill a Galazeth. Question is, with what? See, this is a little tough, because I think I have to do it with the Baleful Mastery, because sadly... Actually, wait. Yeah, probably so. Because I want to be able to cast either Eliwick or Varus next turn. That sucks. Ah, well. Tough decisions in life. Get a couple triggers here. I'm going to decline, because we got all the damage coming in. And then we'll make our Duder, who's going to be a 5/5. Alright. And then you make a gold span, we're still going to be attacking next turn. Oh, Emerith. Emerith's a good one. I mean, still likely attacking this turn, but Emerith's a thing. Alright, so if the opponent takes 7, What's the best we could do? Hmm. Just trying to think how this goes badly. I think... Yeah, I think this is what we do. We just get in there. And then just say, all right, we're going to go ahead and hit these Tomb Annihilations. Yep. Yeah, decline, whatever. Sure.
Come on, hurry up, let's
go. No sacrifice. I mean, you get rid of a land, that's good for us, so... I mean, you can't attack our Planeswalker down without risking death here. Yep. Totally understandable, opponent. Alright, they had more land. There you go. Oh, so they are going to take Eliwick out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're just coming after us. What is this? What-oh? I did not plan for this situation. Oh, okay. Whew. Overall, that was about what we expected. It actually is playable, it's fun. I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to compete with all of the top tier decks, though you do have some good wins against some of the big dogs, so you're not without answers. But it is going to be a very tight game, so in a lot of those matches against better decks, you're going to have very little room for mistakes, because you have some cards that are just going to be underpowered by comparison. I think if you were going to play this, probably trying something in the either Bant or maybe even the black, white, blue version, I would go with that. I think either of those is going to be more powerful than this version. Just because I think the way the blue cards line up, giving you the Yonti and the Fly, I think those two things are pretty powerful and really shift the games pretty significantly. Now, that said, as for updates to this one, I went ahead and cut one Aceraric. I ended up taking out the 2 Precipitous Drops, and I removed 1 Forest. And then I went and replaced it with 2 Deadly Disputes and 2 Icing Death. And the reason is, there's a lot of times where you've just had one more flyer to come over the top, that would actually be good enough. But if it does get killed and you do get left with the equipment, being able to tap something that's in the way, a lot of times it's going to be some small 1 or 2 power creature, and that's going to allow you to get a couple more venture attacks in without getting blocked, which is really nice. So that really helps a bunch too. And the Deadly Disputes will help fix the color situation and give you another way to draw cards. So a lot of things being filled in there by those cards, and I think that helps the list quite a bit. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Elvish Piper, because this card's always popular. I think it stands anywhere around $8 to $10 pretty much all the time, and everybody likes this card. It's great for Commander, it's great for kitchen tables, it's great for elf decks. Like, it checks so many boxes. And you can put stuff in play at instant speed, and it doesn't even matter the size of the creature. You can turn 4 mana into 7 or 8 or hell, a dinosaur for 12 if you want to. So super cool card, always popular. If you're new and hadn't seen it and you're thinking about playing Commander, maybe go pick one up, because the card's actually really nice. Now, don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links for my Twitch streams, my Facebook gaming streams, and my Discord. If you want to just come by, especially right now, if you want to talk about new cards coming out or ideas for decks or anything else, it's open to the public. And come by, say hi, and be part of the brood and have some good conversation. Also, don't forget, if you're shopping with Amazon, with TCGPlayer, or for Ultra Pro stuff, I have links for all 3 of those things in my description, and all you have to do is click on them, and you don't have to do anything else, and you'll be helping the channel out. We'll get a little small 1 to 3% kickback, and that'll be helping me out so very much. And finally, if you haven't, please remember, not just my channel, but every channel that you watch, please like, support, subscribe, comment, and most importantly, share, because that's how you help your favorite content creators grow. Sharing their content out there is really what helps those recommendation algorithms want to push it even further to the moon. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.